Today's video is sponsored by Karma, an app and Chrome extension that ensures you never miss a price drop or a coupon code. Welcome back to the channel, peeps, for another TikTok test, and as the sign behind me very accurately states, why? Over the last month or so, you guys have been bombarding me with two TikToks in particular. This Kool-Aid flavored frozen corn syrup mess, as well as the 2-ingredient Oreo Sushi. Obviously, I will be testing them both for you today, but I also allowed myself to pick out something that I think might actually be good and useful to test. These Elote inspired air-fried corn ribs. Do me a favor and drop a like on this video, as well as leave an F in the chat for the inevitable internal diseases I'm going to have because of these recipes. But let's get right into this one. The one and only positive that these recipes present is that they're quick. They shouldn't really take me all that much time. But before I can get started with any of them, allow me to introduce you to my friends over at Karma. Karma is an app and a Chrome extension that ensures you never miss a price drop or a coupon code. As a food YouTuber and a home cook, I go through supplies constantly, new glassware and appliances, new mixers, and Karma has helped me save a ton recently. With partners like Amazon, Target, Macy's, and more, you'd be surprised just how much money you can save simply with a little bit of patience and knowing that Karma has got your back. All you've got to do is download the Chrome extension from the Karma homepage. You can get there by clicking the link in the top line of the description. And once you see your new best friend pop up on the side of the screen, you'll be ready to create your lists and stuff them with anything and everything that you would like to save money on while purchasing. As you can see, I've got everything from SD cards to new mixing bowls. It's as simple as finding an item you would like to save and clicking the Karma icon, letting Karma know when to notify you, add it to one of your lists, and as soon as Karma detects that one of these things either goes on sale or has a relevant coupon, I will get a notification via email or mobile push. The lists are great because they help organize things and help me avoid impulse purchases. The email notifications are amazing because who doesn't love to save money on things that you need? And maybe my favorite Karma feature of all are the coupon codes. As you're browsing a site, Karma is actively scanning the web for coupons, and as soon as it detects one, it will let you know at checkout. I was able to save 26% on this hoodie. And we can't forget that when you shop from select retailers, Karma not only hooks you up, but also donates some to a good cause as well. So do yourself a favor, click the link in the top line of the description to get Karma's free Chrome extension right now and to start saving tons of money on online shopping. Okay, let's start with the culinary masterpiece that has just taken over the minds and the hearts of the kids on TikTok, the frozen Kool-Aid corn syrup. I grabbed a bottle of corn syrup and blue Kool-Aid. A lot of times I can just admire and laugh off recipes on TikTok that remind me of the fetus days of like tasty and viral internet recipes in general. This is not one of those. I don't know who came up with this. I don't know if this was supposed to be a prank and then took on a life of its own. I made sure the video wasn't uploaded on April 1st. But that's it. It's Kool-Aid and corn syrup frozen in a bottle. I actually forgot to mention that that packaging was false advertising. I thought this was gonna be blue Kool-Aid, like the TikTok. Clearly it's not. And let's see what we got here. Wow, so delicious looking. Everything in my body is advising me against this. Do not do this, kids. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, clearly. It's just sugar and then like a sour Kool-Aid mix. I also realized that candy is just basically this. It's just straight sugar. But this makes it way too easy. I just had the equivalent of like 3 Jolly Ranchers in 10 seconds. Looks like a big old slug coming out of the ground. Ugh. No. I don't know what else to say other than this is a big old waste. Don't do it. I'm moving on now. Next up is another 2-ingredient creation that has made the rounds recently, the Oreo Sushi. If you're a strange person and you want to make it, you will need some Oreos and milk. I just want to know where these people come up with these things. That's all I ask. I just have this image in my head of a group of like older millennials sitting around a table in an office like, you know what would be really good? Let's deconstruct some Oreos, mash up the cookie part with some milk so it'll be like you're eating a raw dough, and then let's turn it into sushi because every odd American creation turned into sushi will go viral. I.e. the buffalo chicken sushi, the sushi burrito, and the famous sushi donuts. Now, as I was rolling this up, I did realize that there was no way in heck I'd be able to cut this cleanly. Both components are just way too soft, so I'm gonna stick it in the freezer or maybe the fridge for a little while, see if it firms up. And eventually, yes, I was indeed able to cut my sushi Oreo rolls. My stomach is already on the ropes from the last one, but TikTok number 2, let's give you a shot. You know what? Maybe I'm being a little too harsh because these do kind of look cool. They're like very even, and I don't know if this was the actual intention of whoever made this recipe, but the very tops of this, if you just look at it from this angle, they look like nori. Like, they kind of look like sushi seaweed. So if that was actually intention of whoever made this, I respect it. This feels so strange. I mean, they're pretty delicious tasting. It's just a bunch of Oreos and milk mushed up. I do have to wonder the equivalent of how many cookies I just ate in that one bite though. I'd have to assume it was almost like 3 or 4, but it tasted great. Is it more practical than the last one? I would say yes. I mean, they're at least edible. I do think I'd rather just eat a regular Oreo cookie though, but I can respect this one. At least some amount of thought went into it. They're pretty creative, like pretty satisfying to look at, but I still would not make them again or eat another one, so do with that information as you wish. Lastly today is something I've been looking forward to ever since I picked it out for this video. The Elote inspired air fried corn ribs. You will need some corn on the cob and mayo, some garlic powder and olive oil, chili powder, lemon pepper seasoning, some chipotle chilies in adobo, cotija cheese and a fresh lime, some smoked paprika, salt and pepper, and fresh cilantro. Once again, the overall process of this is not too difficult. You're gonna chop up your corn, mix together your seasoning oil, air fry them, and then just top them with a chipotle mayo and some cheese and cilantro. But I'm fully expecting this to be delicious. I think corn is like one of the more underrated vegetables. I know it does next to nothing for you, nutrition-wise, and your body doesn't even really process it, but it tastes so good. I love it when you grill it, like, right in the husks and it gets super sweet. I especially love that corn salsa that Chipotle has. And the only little hiccup I had with this one is that the corn was a lot more difficult to cut through than I thought it would be. The very end where the core is very small, like, it didn't want to stay together, and it's no big deal, I just cut them a little bit shorter. And it took me a little while to learn to cut through the core in general. Eventually I gathered that even pressure and this like rocking motion was the best way to go about that. The ginormous, scary pressure cooker from last week is already making a second appearance. This thing's pretty cool because depending on what lid you put on it, it can either be a pressure cooker or an air fryer. And in my 2 times of using it, it's worked great. This company has not paid me to say this or anything, but they did send me this as a gift to my P.O. box. If you guys would like to send me anything as well, my address is right at the bottom of the screen. I'm doing another unboxing for my second channel very soon. And it only took these guys about 10 minutes in a 400-degree air fryer to be smelling and looking amazing. And it's looking like we're gonna be able to finish strong in this one. So let's give the third and final recipe on the day a shot. So I am excited. So this is unreal. The corn is perfect. It's super fresh and sweet. I love any kind of mayo that's spicy, whether it's with sriracha, chipotle, crystal hot sauce, whatever it is. Spicy mayo is so good. And the warm spices, of course, kind of make this. The chili powder, the smoked paprika, this is a winner. My only gripe, maybe, is that they call them ribs. It's a very minor nitpick, I know. Just call it an air-fried, marinated corn elote something. But these are unreal. I will be finishing them all for lunch today. And yeah, savior of the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave me a big old like. Thank you again to Karma for making this one possible. All the TikToks that I showed and tested will be down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already. Other than that, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you right back here next time. Peace!
With the M without the AD. Flipping burgers and my money super lazy. Try and make a meal tonight, they ain't paying me. Try and supersize my life with my A-team. Yeah, our style wasn't wavy, but we had a vision.